Hey there guys, thanks for watching another bolt action night for us. We are doing our third month now and this is 700 points. So, I just want to give you a quick rundown of what I've added to my army. As you can see over there, I've added a half track, just excuse the noise as well. Obviously, I am at the gaming club, as you can see. So, I've added the half track, I've added a bazooka team right there, and a mortar team. That's my 200 points I've added for this month. Not a crazy amount, but I had a lot of stuff to paint this month. I just needed the least amount of models I could add. Alright, so that's what my army looks like at the moment. That tank is my HQ for this game, as we are playing Scenario 6 Demolition. So what happens here is you set up as you can see on the map there, we each choose an HQ choice, or not HQ but like a base. I've used in the tank. Molo, my opponent, hello Molo, with his Japanese, he's set up that little green disc at the back there, that's his base. So it lasts 6 turns, whoever destroys a base is going to win basically. If we both destroy it, I think we end up with a draw. So like I said, 700 points, here's a little shot of the board, and we'll come back after the first turn where we've done. So these guys are fighting in what looks like a futuristic urban buildings. We've got a couple guys over there.
Hey, it's Stalingrad.
I see. Okay, so we'll come back to you with some more info in a bit. Okay, so this was the end of the first round. Very, very easy round, as our units in reserve, half your army goes in reserve, and they don't come on the first turn, so all they did was go down. And then the rest of my stuff, pretty much, they were stayed down. They're still hidden, that's what that dice represents. Bazooka teams in there, sniper teams over there, and my HMG team is over there, and my infantry have moved around this way. On Molo's front, what have you done, Molo?
These guys have stayed where they are and stayed in ambush, and these guys have moved up a bit.
That's right, his objective is obviously back there, and that's it. That was the end of round 1. The rest of Molo's stuff is in reserve. So now we go on to round 2. Nice and easy that round that was. Alright, so that was round 2 done. Again, not a lot of action happening. The first dice I got, they had a bazooka team in there. I don't think Molo has a lot of any sort of vehicles that I can think of. So what I did was I used them to use it as a decoy to draw out the ambushes from there. So I ran them out into there. They got absolutely drilled by both the sniper team and the HMG at the back there. So obviously my bazooka team died. But then in my turn, my sniper team over there fired, put a pin marker on their sniper team. I moved the marine infantry squad around here, fired on them. I got about 6 hits and still only put a pin marker on them. My mortar fired across at the HMG at the back there and missed. And then a little bit of desperation, I moved these guys on. 2 bar gunners fired across to there and killed the spotter and put another pin marker. So we got 3 pin markers, and that's pretty much all the action that happened. Everything else went on ambush or down. Both my half track and my Jeep both failed their reserve rolls, so they both went down. And that's pretty much my side of the board. What are you thinking about your turn, Molo?
It didn't go very well. I'm killing your dude. So,
yeah, you got first blood, if that makes you feel better.
No.
I think those guys went down, didn't they?
Yeah.
And obviously those guys were both on ambush and killed my bazooka team. And then he's got a team that's outflanking, and the rest all went down. That was round 2 done. I think this game's going to end in a draw, Molo, don't you think? Alright, let's do round 3 then. Okay, so this is the end of round 3. A little bit better for me. I think Molo got the first dice and used his sniper team to try and fire on my mortar team. But he failed his command test, so I went down. Then I moved up with the infantry squad, wiped out the sniper team. And then my sniper got exceptional damage on his HMG team, who killed one guy from that squad, by the way. Killed out the HMG squad. So both those squads that were there are taken out. And my mortar missed again as well. Infantry-wise, these guys moved up and fired through there on the infantry guarding the base. Put a pin marker on them. My Jeep failed to come on again. My half-track came in here, dislodged the veterans.
You know the half-track can't fire its guns because it's not got any troops in it.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. It did have troops in when it did fire. Fired on there. Those veterans who came in outflanking, they put a pin mark on there and killed one guy there. And my HMG squad fired all the way down there to those light mortar squad down there and killed one and put a pin mark on there. And that's about it. So we're all over the show. We're a bit spread out because we're playing on obviously a 6x4 board, as you can see. I was scanning through here. So we're all over the show. But Molo's making a hard push on this flank with his veteran outflankers, his commander over there. He's got a small Pia team down there. And then he's also got flamers in reserve still. And my squads are sort of just pushing. I was trying to push through the center to get rid of them, and then maybe make a push on the base. But now I'm a little concerned about all the stuff he's pushing out towards my base. So let's see how the next turn goes. What did you think of, actually, what did you think of that turn, Marlon?
It went alright, it's definitely in your favour, and all of my guys are going to die, which might be problematic for my strategy.
Yes, it does put a sour grape on it, doesn't it? Alright, let's do the next turn. So this was the end of round 4. The rounds are going pretty fast as Molo's losing units by droves. Okay, so what happens? Well, let's go from one side of the table. Those guys were on ambush, and they ambushed my infantry squad as they moved up towards the ford. And I took one casualty, and in return, I fired on them and put one pin marker on them. My jeep finally came on, and it's moving up here, fired on them, no hits. The mortar also fired on them, as you can see right through down there. So, ranging in on that squad. So I got some units bearing down on them. But most of my attention went to that squad over there. It's got 5 pin markers at the moment, and lost 2 casualties from fire from them, the veteran squad, the sniper team, and my commander who got into the half track. All fired on there, and as I said, put 5 pin markers, or 4 pin markers, and the extra one from last turn. And then my HMG fired down the corridor before those guys moved. I put another pin marker on them, on the mortar team. So that's pretty much how that round ended. Molo kept his flamethrowers in reserve still, and he's running low on infantry at the moment. How do you think this turn's going to go, man? You got 2 turns to grab my objective.
I think I'm just going to win it out of nowhere now.
You're going to go for the draw.
Really feeling confidence after missing a lot and then getting killed some.
Alright, and just a side note, Ashen fired his artillery observer again, 4 out of 5 times.
Yep.
Where did it land, Ashen?
Oh, my guys, this time he didn't target my own guy though, the artillery of them. That was nice of him. But,
What's wrong with you, man? That's the rule.
I went for the target where I'm going.
you went for the bigger unit. Understandable.
Man, Ashen loves that artillery observer. He's actually a sort of a half German, half Japanese, half Italian bloke fighting for the
Somehow he's 3 halves. Jason do math good.
The maths is strong with that one.
Alright, so that's round 5 done. It started off quite bloodily, as the Japanese have their Banzai rule, which means they ignore all the pin markers they were taking and charge straight forward. So they charged across the border here to my veteran squad, and in the ensuing melee I shot down a couple of guys coming in, and then in the ensuing melee Molo killed 2, I killed 3, I think, 4. And then we fought another round.
No. Yeah, 2 each round.
Yeah, because he has fanatics. So we fought another round, and I wiped out the rest of the squad. But as you can see, my veterans took quite a bit of pounding. There's only 2 of them left. That pin marker, by the way, I'll come back to that in a minute, which is quite funny. Sniper killed the NCO out of that squad over there, and my NCO died somewhere. Oh yeah, this one. A mortar landed on his head and killed the NCO out of there. They failed their test by rolling double 6, so Fubar, and then they put the pin marker on my veteran squad, fearing the banzai charge coming from behind. My mortar hit the guys right in the back there, putting 2 pin markers on them and killing 2 guys. But my jeep moving up did nothing, and these guys failed their command test and went down. So both my infantry squads went down. My HMG is on ambush because there's a freaking Japanese commander running down the back here, trying to get to my base.
Running past the Russian army.
Yeah, just ignoring the Russian army on the side.
The
there.
Russian and the Brits.
We have a...
The half track moved over there, thinking of next turn, but when he comes around the corner. So my HMG's on ambush. And that's pretty much all my turn. Molo's turn, the flamethrower guys are still in reserve. And those guys tried to fire on the Jeep but didn't get any hits. And that's about it. So that's your, what do you think of that turn?
Well,
Trying to be sneaky, aren't you?
indeed, it's all on a knife edge now.
Yes, turn 6 next. We roll at the end of turn 6 to see if we carry on. Right, so this is turn 6. And I'm going to give you a shakedown of what happened quickly. These guys moved across the ford, fired on there, put another pin marker in there and killed another guy or two. That just fired on them, did nothing really. The mortar hit again and put 2 pin markers in and killed another 2 guys. So the squad's down to 5 guys. They had 5 pin markers. And in Molo's turn, he declared rally and rallied them. He got rid of all 5 pin markers. It's like, son of a... So that was that left flank. So obviously, in turn 6, I did not reach the base. Over here, these guys, I passed my rally test as well, which was cool, and then only rolled 2 pin markers, so they still pinned there. Sniper put a pin marker down there, and those guys moved up into the cornfield in an attempt to get them next turn. Obviously, I told you the mortar fired. And this is the crunch. Keep in mind, end of turn 6, I've got 8 dice in the bag, and Molo had 4. At the end of the game, there was 1 dice left in the bag, and you guessed it. It was his freaking command squad hiding around the corner there. We came around, I ambushed him with the HMG, I didn't get any hits, and he ended the turn on control of my base. And Molo wins. Well done, Molo.
You won!
Yeah.
You suck! Japanese cunning. How weird of you.
Unbelievable. I was taking a batter. I was thinking, well, I've got this.
Americans win here too.
No, we lost.
Japan won.
USA, all the way. Beat the Germans.
Unbelievable. He had 1 dice left and he made it around that corner and stuck it in there.
I did the same thing though. Last term win. It's all about the last term win.
So the USA beat Germany on your team, James.
Yes, it is.
How's it going over here, guys? D, who's winning?
I don't really know.
You don't know who's playing, do you?
We're not really near each other. We've just played like hide behind buildings game. Well, he's played that, and I've gone, why can't I shoot again?
Hey, he's taken big guns and flamethrowers. Flamethrowers are dirty and broken.
I did nothing.
Who won your game, John?
Yeah, USA forward air observers, that's the one.
Yeah, I think I need to get a couple of those.
2 decent airstrikes in, and then they managed to run across the whole board to take the objective.
Bloody hell. Well, there you go. That's us done for round 3. Stupid Japanese command squad. I should have killed them ages ago. You lucky gits. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll put in the pictures of the other guys' armies.